Hey guys, it's me, it's Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. It's 2:32 here. We just got home, within the last 20 minutes, maybe possibly 30 minutes, from Indy. I have marks all over me. Um, yeah. I did make my coffee. I got my Starbucks. I got my peppermint mocha, and yeah, it tasted like the holidays. It's my favorite. The other ones I don't bother with because when I look at the calories, which yes, I know the peppermint mocha ones are high, but the other ones are just so sweet and so high. I have a sore. I had a pimple. So, excuse me. I had a pimple in years. Anyway, it must be from the stress and the pain. As I told you guys in the past, I learned as a massage therapist that when your muscles hurt, um, lots of times they'll break out in the area that they hurt in. Um, so I'm kind of out of it. Um, I was put completely under, so they were so busy though. I was put completely under, and when I got to the room, I don't know how long she let me lay there. I don't think it was long at all before the nurse woke me up, said I was in recovery, and I was out of that room within like 20 minutes. It's the fastest I've ever had to get ready and go. So I was like, alrighty then. At least there. I used to go to a facility that here when I get epidurals in my back. And I was used to how I used to be treated where, you know, I'd have time to recover before I had to get up and go. Especially because with those, they don't always make you have a driver. I had to with mine. My doctor insisted on it, maybe because how much pain I was in. This was before I was told I shouldn't be driving. So anyway, they used to get me out as soon as possible, especially because they were under for that. But yeah. Anyway, my chocolate truffle that I opened last night. It is very, very yummy. I tried it on its own by just putting a little bit of my raw sugar substitute. Is that what it's called? Stevia raw sugar. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. In here. And a little bit of my creamer, and it was really, really yummy. Well, if you've ever gotten the chocolate mocha or the peppermint mocha or chocolate mocha from Starbucks, you know that a lot of chocolate ends up at the bottom of the cup. Because one of the things is they don't stir it. They put things in it. They layer it the way that they're, taught to layer it, and nothing gets stirred. So, yeah. And with their cups the way they are, there's really no way to stir them. Like with this one, it's leak proof as long as I don't have too much in here, because all leak proof containers, if you put too much, it's going to end up having the excess come out. Anyways, I'll take this one and I'll go like this. Really it and get it all mixed up. I had a chopstick that I would use to stir it with, and I don't know what happened to it. I think that he's out getting fixed right now. We had to trap two of our cats, that two of the feral cats, and take them in to get fixed. My husband will be picking them up today. Well, the one, we had him inside because he was getting sick all the time, and we tried different food with him, and I think he jumped up there and got my chopstick. So I think I have another one somewhere. I just haven't been able to find it, and it's easier just to do that. So that's what I do. But anyway, I took and I've got to brew 2 cups of coffee, 2 different sizes, and the curd to put in here to fill it up. Because otherwise, with the largest, it comes to like here. And by the time I add a little bit of creamer, like here, is that right? Yeah, that would be more than when you add. Yeah. So I do the largest and then the third setting. Or, well, actually, the largest and the second setting. But when somebody leaves me with low water, I don't get as much on the large. So then I use the third setting, which it usually comes out right. Or I have just a little extra and I'll drink some of it and then I'll add it back in. But you probably don't want to know how I make my coffee. But anyway, after I tasted it to make sure that I tasted the true flavor of it, so I can tell you how it tasted, which was very, very yummy. I then took the hot coffee from my second brewing and put half of it in my cup, my Starbucks cup, to heat up the clump of chocolate that was formed in the bottom. And I added it to it, and now it's like phenomenal because it's not that deep peppermint taste like you get in the peppermint mocha, which I like, and there are times that I really need it. Um, it's a nice, subtle peppermint, so I can still taste the regular taste of the chocolate truffle and a little bit of the peppermint. I need to see if that's my husband. He went to pick up something. Okay. I will read your message. When you're watching this, I'm sure you will know who it is who just messaged me. Well, that you're the one who just messaged me. Anyway, I will read it when I'm done filming. I am here to open my advents, and then I am laying down to take a nice nap. I canceled today's calc because I wasn't sure how I would feel, and I'm glad I did because I feel nasty. Now, I do think I might be able to crochet later, but I don't know if it will be at the regular time of the cal, so I may try and do an impromptu get together and crochet together. So we will see. I don't know. The cocoa black tea that I got yesterday was also phenomenal. It was so good knowing that after midnight I couldn't have anything, to have that as my last tea, and then I had to drink water because I had to pump up my veins. It was really, really good. So I was in the mood for something chocolate, and when I'm on a stricter type of eating plan, which I need to get back on, it's just for whatever reason, my husband does not want to do a strict low carb diet right now, and I am not losing weight as far as I know. I will find out when I go to the doctor because they don't weigh me when I go in anymore for my pain blocks. So we will see. Part of me feels like I know that I gained weight, but I'm hoping that I'm back on the lose, starting to lose again, but I don't know until I get weighed. But anyway, Yeah, I had that last night and it was so, so good. And oh, what I was saying was when I'm on a strict new way of eating, which I'm still supposed to be on, but I'm not in control of dinners right now since I can't make them. And since I can't go grocery shopping, I'm not in control of the groceries either. I mean, I give them a list, but I don't know what it looks like when you're in the store and when you see what the store has on, special sales, and stuff like that. So I can only go by the sale ad. Um, and we have found with Myers that they will do a lot of different special sales sometimes, depending on if they have too much of something, or whatever. So, and just the way things are priced, I know that it's cheaper to buy potatoes than, to buy a whole bunch of fresh vegetables. And my husband is on, like in the summertime when he can get asparagus, we eat asparagus a lot, which is good because then he is doing a lot more low carb. But like right now, we're doing, he gets frozen broccoli, and I have a hard time eating broccoli. Um, it just messes with my stomach really, really bad. It fills it up really fast, and then it also messes with me later. And I love cauliflower. Oh my goodness. I love cauliflower, and I have since I was a little girl. Not so much to eat it raw, but cooked cauliflower I love. And again, although it tends to break down a little bit faster and melts in your mouth a little bit quicker than broccoli does, I'm hoping to find our steamer. He gets the steamable bags and he puts some in the microwave, and he's like, well, it's like the same thing, but he forgets. It's been a long time, and he used to really love it in the steamer. So I'm hoping as we go through the house and we go through the kitchen, and we had wanted to redo the kitchen next year, but now I don't know, um, since the situation that happened, with the guy taking off with our money. But anyway, I just have a harder time because he's doing broccoli, he's doing cauliflower, he's doing steamable spinach, which I love fresh spinach, and I love fresh spinach cooked. I do not like frozen spinach. But I have an automatic reflex to it, and I try to eat it. I will eat a little bit, and depending on what he makes, sometimes I can mix it a little bit with something else. But I'm having a hard time with it. And then the other thing is he's been eating a lot of Brussels sprouts because he loves Brussels sprouts. I was grown up. When I grew up, my mom never made Brussels sprouts because she didn't like them, so she didn't make them. Um, Everybody said they were just like little cabbages, so I was like, okay, I'll try them. Uh, Very bitter, very, very bitter. And I still, when he started making them, I would sit down and I would make myself eat at least between two and four of them. Um, I actually, at the beginning, made myself eat like six of them. But again, they fill my stomach very fast. So then I don't have room for protein, and protein is the main thing that my body needs right now. So, yeah, it's gotten to the point, especially when I'm in the middle of a flare, things can taste different, and it picks up on that bitter taste, which is the same thing with the spinach. It picks up on the bitter taste that spinach can have. So, yeah, I try not to eat the things that I know are going to make me sick, because once I start getting sick, it's hard for me to eat a lot of things, and that's why I don't want to get put back on some kind of feeding. It wouldn't be a feeding tube because I can't physically have a feeding tube put back in my body, but they do have feeding stuff that they can do through IVs. And no, and that's a lot of calories too. And I gained so much weight when I was being fed through tube, force fed basically, because my body needed the nutrients and the protein, and I wasn't able to keep anything down. So, but anyway, it is time to open my stuff. Oh, just one more thing. I'm kind of down, so if anybody would like to talk later, message me. If you want to talk one on one, if you want me to try and get a group chat together, if I feel up to it. I got hit out of the blue with my flare up for my chronic pancreatitis this last time. I was out with my niece and it hit me while we were shopping, and I expected it last week because I knew that I was going for my appointment today, my procedure, um, my pain block, and because it hit me when it did, my doctor has upped my appointments to I'm going every 2 months now. So I'm really, really kind of upset. I didn't realize it. They told my husband the date, and I was kind of out, I was pretty out of it at the time. The doctor told him the date of my next one. And I even looked at it when I had set up to start to get dressed because it was in my bag. And I didn't put two and two together that it was only 2 months away. And I kept myself from getting upset with my husband, but I'm really upset because I've been trying to work very hard at feeling better and getting better and trying to help my body get, deal with it when it happens. And I'm kind of scared because I went from having it originally every 6 months, so just twice a year, and then it went to 4 months, so 3 times a year. Then it went to 3 months, which is where I've been at 4 times a year. And it has been pretty hard, the getting ready and going every 3 months for this procedure. And now I'm going to be going 6 times a year. And especially when the after effects, like right now, I'm hurting so bad and trying to hide it like chronic pain patients do. Because after I have the pain block, it puts my body into acute pancreatitis. And it can take up to 2 weeks for me to feel better, if not longer, all depending on how quickly I get my meds. And we're not putting them through insurance anymore. We're just taking them to a different pharmacy where we can pay for them. That doesn't automatically run your stuff through insurance because the pharmacy that we have to go to for insurance, that's what they do. They cannot not run something through. And the last time that we tried, I never got my script, and I ended up having to go in, or a month later for another pain block. So 2 months is scary, kind of scary for me, because that's going to be only a month and a half where I'm having relief instead of 2.5 months like I have right now. And I was actually hoping that I could get it to go the other way, that I could get it to be back extended back to 4 months. And evidently my body doesn't agree. So, and I know, as a friend of mine tells me, and as I always tell myself, and I have been for years, even before I met you guys on here, there's always somebody else in a worse off position. So quit feeling sorry for yourself. But you know what? Everybody deserves to have some time to feel sorry for themselves and to wallow in it, and then pick themselves up, brush themselves off, and so I'm trying not to dwell on it. I'm trying to pick myself up and brush myself off. And so then when I think of the fact that I haven't been taping like I used to and things like that, then it kind of brings me down again. So that's another reason for asking you guys what you would like to see within reason. I can't do tutorials right now, which means I can't show new stitches, which honestly there's not a lot of new stitches out there. Like I have a stitch Bible. I could always pick it up and show how to do the different stitches in it, but still I don't have the setup or the room to do a tutorial. I know you don't need a lot of room, but I need to have a way for my camera to catch it. And if I have to use my phone, because I know I wouldn't be able to use the camera on here on my computer, my phone is outdated. We need new phones. And phones are outrageous. We just can't afford a new one right now. Mine has cracks in it, you know? Yeah, we'll get it. I may have to just use an old outdated phone for a year or more, but we'll eventually get a new one. There are just so many things that we need to do around here. But anyway, I'm bummed because of that. I'm still going to keep trying. I'm hoping that when I'm able to start exercising more, and I already feel different when I exercise with Katie and go walking. The sad thing is with the winter time, the only places we can go walking is in stores now, and I mean it's not like walking outside, when you can get a pace and not be interrupted by somebody in front of you, or just how the aisles are in the store. We might go tomorrow. I may push myself to go because I think it's the only day she has, and I really, really want to go. I want to look for some stuff for Bob for Christmas, since we'll be going to stores, and that's what she's looking for stuff right now too, and that's another reason why it's hard to get your workout in when you're walking in the store. But enough of that, enough wallowing, enough talking about things that I keep saying I don't want to talk about. But I love you guys, and I know that those of you who watch me, who I am close with, who love me, you want to know what's going on. And not all of you come to the cows and things, and some of you I don't talk to for a while. So this is your way of keeping caught up with me. But I'm not talking about things as much as I used to. I just realized this eye opens up more than this eye does. I may have to ask my doctor about that. Maybe because I'm starting to get that saggy thing right here. An eye lift? No, I really can't afford an eye lift. But I'm just sitting here going, wait a minute, this eye is bigger than this eye. Everybody is misproportioned. I mean, my girls, one is bigger than the other. So, okay, let's get on to the fun stuff. Let's get on to my advent calendars. I'm going to start with the tea since I did started with coffee. No, the first day I did coffee first. Yesterday I did tea first. But move it around. I'm going to start with the coffee. I'm trying to go back and forth, but I guess it really doesn't matter. So, I've done one, which was over here, and two, which was down here. Now I've got to find three. Can I see it? 24, 16. I'm looking at it backwards, so 12. Looks like 20, 18, 7, 5, 10, 15, 2, 23, 15. So 3 has to be over here. Huh. Oh, my hand's on it. My hand already found it. And I'm trying to do it so I don't pull it off so we can still see the full picture. So it's taking off more than just the round part. Ooh. Glazed cinnamon roll. Glazed cinnamon roll. Yum yum. More than likely I will not have it today, so I will start with it tomorrow. Yeah, this doesn't have, okay, so that means there's no, I just wanted to make sure that there are no, nothing with added sugar in it, because some people don't know this. But when you get the K-Cups, and when they're like the cafe K-Cups, like the French vanilla and the caramel in that, and they say latte, that means they've added stuff on the inside like powdered milk, and they've added sugar. So they will have a nutritional label then on the back and show you how many carbs, how much sugar you have, and all of that. So I do not use those anymore because it is quite a bit. And I never looked at this before. Brewing instructions, the classic cup. Load the single serve cup into a machine. Choose desired cup sizes for best results. Brew on an 8-ounce setting. I always fill this, which of course is more than 8 ounces. And then lots of times, especially if it is a heavier roast, a heavier coffee, I can't think of the word I wanted to say, a more potent coffee, I will make a second one, especially when I'm doing it for my head. Now, today, with everything else going on and all the pain in my stomach and everything, and how blah I feel and nauseous, my head is doing pretty well. But I'm sure it's because it's being covered up. But anyway, then it says try it iced. Brew coffee per instructions above using the 6-ounce setting. I have an iced coffee setting on my Keurig. Let cool and pour over ice. Add sugar and cream to taste. Glazed cinnamon roll would be a good one to do cold, but it's cold enough outside. I'm not going to make cold coffee. I make iced coffee in the summer, my own. I used to go to Starbucks all the time. Now I only go when I go to have my procedures. It's a treat for me. But I do not always get coffee. Sometimes I get my matcha latte. And yeah, I may just start brewing coffee to have ready for me when I get in the car and come home. Even that, I really can't afford it. I do have down below I believe I'm signed up for the Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. So if anybody would ever want to buy me a cup of coffee, and if you would, I will put your name up unless you tell me you don't want me to. Um, so I'll let you know it is down there, but I don't promote all of that stuff. I just put it down there for if anybody wants to do it. I need to check and make sure that wasn't my husband again. Sorry. No, just an advertisement. Oh my goodness, so many advertisements the last couple of days. My next tea. And these go in order. So it's easy to find the number 3, although I love it with the picture and having to find it. That is just so fun. I love Advents. I've always loved Advents when I was little, and that's why one of these days I really want to do a yarn Advent. I used to do the Hanukkah one with Chemnitz. That was fun. But ooh, I will be having this tonight for sure. For sure. And it'll probably be my tea that I make. I'm going to bed. Merry Mint green tea. Yum, yum. You guys know me. I'm all about mint tea. Speaking of, I bought myself some throat coat because I had saw another YouTube person talking about throat coat and how good it is. And it is. It is very good when you have a sore throat. So then I bought Twinings, something about cool. I'm going to put you on pause. Look, actually, I'm going to get it and bring it in here. Okay, I am back. I just saw 32 minutes. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be so long, but I guess it was adding. So, Throat Cooler by Twinings. This is supposed to make your throat feel cool because it has menthol for cooling sensation. It does make my throat feel a little bit better. Not as much as throat coat does, though, depending on what I need. Like if it's a little bit cold out and you get your sore throat from that, this is fine. But if I know I'm sick, then I'm going to use throat coat over this. But I cannot afford throat coat all the time. So I thought I would try this. This also has slippery elm in it, but it's like the last ingredient listed. So unlike throat coat where it's higher up in the list. So I love it. It's one of my 2 favorite teas now. I do love it. I've gone through half a box this month and I'm going to have to get another one when I go to Walmart. And then my other favorite, I got this because they were out of this. And I had this and I had already drank half the box because I was using it every night instead of my regular peppermint, which I am almost out of. I have a lot of different peppermint teas. My other one, I love pure peppermint, which I think is by Bigelow. Love pure peppermint. But this Sweet Dreams by Bigelow is so good too. But they were out of it, so I couldn't get any more. And then I was afraid that I got this from Ollie's, which would mean that I may not get it again. But there's no red Ollie's tag on it, so that makes me feel better. And this is relaxing blend of comforting chamomile and soothing mint. I have a hard time finding a chamomile that I like, but this chamomile mixed with the mint is so good. I love it. If you are a mint person, if you like mint tea, I would suggest trying this, unless you absolutely can't stand chamomile, but it doesn't taste like a normal chamomile. You may want to try it if you see it. I will, for as long as I can find them, I will be buying these 2 because I like them better than like my pure peppermint. No, I don't think I like it better than the well, I don't know, probably on an even keel with candy cane green tea from Trader Joe's. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. Um, but we haven't gotten to Trader Joe's this year, so who knows if we do get there, if they even have any left. I don't even know if I can afford to go there this year, so yeah, there's that. But anyway, I'm going to stop doing Woe's Me. I'm going to go take a nap after I post this and hopefully feel better and hopefully be able to get a small group of people together if you guys would want to crochet, because I have got to crochet tonight. I have a lot to do. I took stuff with me to try and make some ornaments, but one of the yarns I took was smaller than I thought it was, and I didn't have a small enough hook. And if I had made two and then stuffed them, it would have these big gaps in it. So yeah, although there are pads that go over certain spots, so it may have been okay, but I didn't want to take the chance, so I took it out. I either have to use it with another yarn or I have to get a smaller hook and make it smaller. So, but I need to work on my blanket tonight and sewing together my snowman dish towels. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get a nap so that I can wake up and work on some of this stuff. I love you guys so much. Please remember you matter. You matter so much. You matter to me. Don't let somebody tell you that you don't matter, because you do. Don't believe it. I believed it when I was younger for way too long. I felt like I was nothing. I had a boyfriend who told me that nobody else would want me but him. So, yeah, he's the same one who got me sick. So, anyway, I did truly love him with all my heart, but he was very verbally abusive. And, yeah, I was used to that though. My mom was verbally abusive. So, anyway, again, if you ever need to talk, send me a message. I get it. I understand lots of things. Not everything, but I am a good listener. I am a good ear. And I would love to be here for you if you would need me. And then also, you're beautiful and you're gorgeous. And don't let anybody tell you differently. I was told how ugly I was and I looked like Orca the whale and all that stuff. And my husband helped turn me around on that. Made me feel extremely beautiful. So I love him so much. Even as we go through this rough patch, and it's hitting him pretty hard. But enough about that. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. I will definitely have this tonight, and I will tell you how it is. And if, well, I know that I won't have the coffee tonight. But if it's earlier in the day or whatever, first thing I do is brew a cup of coffee, and that will be the first one I brew, so I can tell you what it was like. Again, oh, so good. I wish I had doubles of the coffee. I cannot afford another Advent, and like I said, they were almost out anyway of the coffee ones. So at my Aldi's, but who knows? They may have gotten some more in. I love these. I love these coffees so far. Every one of them. Even although I loved amaretto before, but it, like I said, it was smelling like a chemical type smell, I thought. But then again, like I said, my taste buds, everything are off, which means my smells are off too. So, yeah, it tasted wonderful. And after I smelled that smell, then it started smelling like amaretto all through the kitchen. And I was like, oh, took me back to my younger days when I was able to drink. And I would have my amaretto. I had amaretto and coffee a lot. So having amaretto flavored coffee is a nice thing because it reminds me of that too. Alrighty, I've tried to say that I'm leaving a couple times now. I'm going now. Again, remember you're beautiful and you're gorgeous and I love you guys and you matter. You matter. Mwah.